This is the English Literature Web YouTube channel. I am Professor L.B. Gayakawad is teaching today Antagonist in Drama. This is lecture 4th. Antagonist is the main character who fights always against the main hero and main heroine in the drama. The antagonist is the villain who works against the audience expectations. Remember, the audience expectations are always moral, means they want something development in the society. But this gentleman brings a problem to the development, and he always works for his own benefit, and his benefit is nothing but the anti activities to person, and that's why this expectation of the society is not accepted on the point of this villain or antagonist. The antagonist always tries to frustrate the main hero and the heroine. Remember, the antagonist is the character who is always against the main hero and the heroine, and he wants always to frustrate or to give trouble to them because they are against his principles, means his principles are very bad principles, and the principles of the protagonist are very nice, and that's why they are progressing the society, and that's why this antagonist is against this main hero and main heroine. But in some pieces of art, the protagonist is described as a villain. Remember, in some pieces of arts are there in which the protagonist has also worked as the I will say antagonist, because he has been there the bad man of the bad qualities, and that's why it has happened, because he has come there into the collection of the bad people, and that's why here it has happened. And the antagonist is put as a good character in the drama. For example, Macduff in Macbeth. Remember, these are the examples. The character of antagonist has come from the Greek originally. This antagonist is very away from humanity and sorrow. Remember, the definition of the antagonist is very strange because he does not like the humanity and sorrow. He always wants the happiness. He wants that his own principle is the happiness. He does not think that he is troubling to good people. He never thinks of that. The antagonist, being lower thinking character, creates fear and terror in the ways of the hero and the heroine. Remember, he brings the problems into the uh, paths of these protagonist. We can give the example Tybalt in Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. Some antagonists are not seen as enemies, but they play definitely as the antagonist. Remember, the identification of this antagonist is very strange. They work differently outwardly and they do differently inwardly. Such of the characters are there of these antagonists, and so this antagonist is really a very much bad character, villainous character in the society. The antagonist can be in the role of a natural force also, for example, tidal wave. So remember here, the nature is there around the persons, around in the society, that is called the ecology, and this nature also plays sometimes the role of the villain, and uh, he also becomes very much responsible for the loss of the people in society, and that's why we can say him also the villain or the antagonist. The protagonist working as a side hero can be an antagonist, cheating a protagonist working as a main hero of the story. Remember, there are some side characters, and these side characters are always work with the main hero. But finally, when we see, we are very much surprised, because these side heroes uh, are found as the antagonists or the villains. The antagonist is used as a means to expose the conflict between the characters. And remember, this is the main character called antagonist, which is very much important to bring out the conflict between the characters, because he brings the conflict problems in the paths of the hero and the heroine and other characters. And in this way, the commotion is brought by this villain. It is compulsory to take the antagonist in the play to heighten the image of the drama. Really, this is very important, because he makes the development of the drama. The antagonist only becomes a root of the tragedy happen in the lives of the protagonist. Remember, this antagonist is only responsible for the problems or tragedy or the deaths in the life of the main hero and the heroines. The antagonist is born only to create problems in protagonist's life. He hates goodness of the protagonist, being the worshipper of badness. In the comedy, the antagonist tries to bring the protagonist into the comic moods, and he wants to fulfill his intention there also. In short, he tries to change the ideal hero and the heroine into his principles, and he wants always to put them under his control as a main purpose of his life. He wants to make the total world like him, and the protagonists don't like his opinion. So, thus, the main conflict of the drama runs with the antagonist and the protagonist. The antagonist doesn't like that people should respect the protagonist, and maximum men are at the side of the protagonist, being the followers of the goodness, and this is the main thing which is not liked by the antagonist. The goodness is the ultimate truth in comparison with the badness, and the villain knows all this code of the conduct, and hence is against the uh, ideal hero and heroine to bring his own kingdom to the destiny of the man. So here today we have finished the topic, the antagonist in drama, lecture 4th. Again we will come in front of each other with a new topic. Thank you very much.